a ball python in Florida? For many people in Florida, snakes are part of everyday life. From the wetlands of the Everglades to suburban neighborhoods, reptiles have become deeply connected to the state's identity. But among all the snakes people talk about, one species continues to stand out across the United States: the ball python. Calm, beautiful, and surprisingly gentle, ball pythons have become one of the most popular pet snakes in America. But because Florida has strict laws involving exotic reptiles and invasive species, many people are now asking an important question. Can you legally own a ball python in Florida? The answer surprises many people. Florida has gained national attention because of invasive giant snakes like the Burmese python spreading through the Everglades. Over the years, these massive predators have changed ecosystems and frightened residents across South Florida. As a result, Florida created tougher reptile laws to prevent dangerous species from escaping into the wild. But here's where many people get confused. Not every python is treated the same way. The ball python is very different from the giant invasive snakes people see in headlines and viral videos.
Unlike massive Burmese pythons, ball pythons are smaller, easier to manage, non-venomous, typically calm around humans. Most adult ball pythons grow between 3 and 5 feet long, making them much easier to care for than giant constrictors. And perhaps most importantly, they are known for being shy rather than aggressive. When frightened, a ball python often curls into a tight ball with its head hidden in the center. That unique defensive behavior is actually where the species gets its name. For many Americans, this gentle behavior completely changes how they think about snakes. Across the United States, ball pythons have become one of the most common pet reptiles. Why? Because compared to many exotic animals, they are considered quiet, low maintenance, easy to handle, fascinating to watch. For thousands of families, reptile enthusiasts, and first-time snake owners, the ball python represents a safe introduction into the reptile world. In Florida especially, where reptile culture is huge, ball pythons are extremely popular. So, can you own one in Florida? In many situations, yes, people can legally own a ball python in Florida. However, Florida still has reptile regulations designed to encourage responsible ownership. Laws can change over time, and owners are expected to properly house and care for their animals. The state focuses most heavily on dangerous species, large invasive reptiles, animals that threaten local ecosystems. Because ball pythons are much smaller and less risky than giant constrictors, they are generally treated differently under Florida law. Still, responsible ownership matters.
Why Florida takes exotic pets seriously? The reason Florida became strict about reptiles is simple. People underestimated what could happen. Years ago, some owners released exotic snakes they could no longer care for. Others escaped during storms or hurricanes. Over time, invasive populations formed in the wild. That history changed Florida forever. Now, when residents hear the word python, many immediately think of giant snakes in the Everglades. That emotional reaction has made all python species part of a larger conversation about responsibility, wildlife, and public safety. Many people see cute baby snakes online and assume they're easy pets. But experienced owners know the truth. A ball python is a long-term responsibility. These snakes can live for 20 years, 30 years, sometimes even longer with proper care. They also require proper heating, humidity control, secure enclosures, correct feeding schedules. A healthy snake depends entirely on the owner's commitment. And in Florida's warm climate, secure housing is especially important to prevent escapes into local ecosystems. One thing that surprises many Americans is how emotionally connected owners become to their reptiles. To outsiders, a snake may seem cold or frightening, but to experienced reptile keepers, ball pythons are calm, curious animals with unique personalities. Many owners describe them as relaxing to. Florida is one of the wildest states in America. Between alligators, panthers, sharks, and tropical reptiles, nature feels closer here than almost anywhere else in the country. That's part of what makes the state special. But Florida's experience with invasive species also serves as a warning. When exotic animals are released irresponsibly, ecosystems can change dramatically. That's why education matters so much. Responsible reptile ownership protects native wildlife, local ecosystems, the future of Florida's environment. And many responsible ball python owners strongly support those efforts. So, can you own a ball python in Florida? For many people, yes, but with responsibility, care, and respect for the laws designed to protect Florida's unique environment. These snakes are calm, fascinating, and deeply loved by reptile enthusiasts across America. But Florida's history with invasive reptiles reminds everyone of one important truth. Owning an exotic animal is never just about entertainment. It's about commitment. And in a place as wild and beautiful as the Everglades, that responsibility matters more than ever.